Hey there, and welcome to another exciting episode. Two guys, one crypt. With me and Chuck. How's it going, Chuck? My
Pretty good,
nasty
pretty good.
motherfucking buddy here. Yeah, so
I
how's
did all
everything
right.
going, though?
Pretty good, man. Pretty chill.
Yeah,
Pretty chill evening. Yeah,
yeah,
good
that's good.
dinner and just hanging out, having a
That's
few drinks and whatnot.
right. I'm sparkling water. I'm boring as shit, I guess. But
Right, right.
all right. Anyways, I guess before we start to get into everything for this episode, let's go ahead and talk about some of our sponsors real quick. So one of our sponsors is House of Mysterious Secrets. Go over to houseofmysteriousstecrets.com. Check out our discount code 4130. Save 10% on all your awesome horror merch. And we
They
are
got killer
also
stuff.
yeah, dude. Yeah, they really are. I don't know why I completely forgot to grab it. Maybe during the next break or something, I'll go grab it. I got that new face mask I just ordered from them, and it turned out pretty fucking cool to say the least.
Yeah, man.
I'm pretty
Definitely,
happy with
definitely
it. Um,
should be.
right, and support for the show is also brought to you by Manscaped. We have an exclusive offer for our listeners: 20% off and free shipping with our code TFTP20 at manscaped.com. Talking about Manscaped, I guess we should probably go ahead and air our commercial for them so we can go ahead
Yes.
and better describe some of their products for you guys. So
Yeah.
here is our small commercial for Manscaped.
Support for Tales from the Podcast and 2G1C is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. We have an exclusive offer for our listeners: 20% off, free shipping with the code TFTP20 at manscaped.com. Manscaped has hooked up these fine gentlemen with a bunch of tools and formulations from their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. This is Chuck. He got a razor caught in his balls while he was trying to shave, but that's never going to happen again because Manscaped has created the best ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. It features a cutting-edge ceramic blade, an LED light for a more precise shave, and is waterproof to make sure your shower shave is clean and easy thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. And don't use the same trimmer you use on your face as your balls. It's just nasty. The Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside the brand new Perfect Package 3.0, which comes with everything you need to keep trim, cut-free, and smelling nice down there. I'm looking at you, Jack, because the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes a crop preserver, which is a deodorant and moisturizer for your balls. Put it on your balls. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smallest part of your body? And yes, Jack, your balls stink. That's why you don't have any dates. But now, with the crop preserver and the crop reviver, you can get those dates, sailors, so get on out there. And also, Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts into their perfect package. A pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs, aren't they sexy, that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day, and a travel shed bag to store all your grooming goodies. Trim that junk of yours and trim 20% off and free shipping with the code TFTP20 at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. We save balls.
Awesome. We definitely had a lot of fun making that one. So
Yeah.
hopefully you guys can all go and check it out. Use our code, please. It'd be greatly appreciated. Any support from that is obviously going to help us making our shows and everything. So, and we want to go ahead and say thank you to Manscaped as well for sponsoring us. We appreciate that too.
Completely. Yeah.
But anyways, we're here to talk about a movie that our guest picked for us. Our guest who also happened to help us with an awesome voiceover. So let's go ahead and introduce our good friend, Mr. Ronald Purtee.
Watch that Ronald shit. What did I tell you about that Ronald shit?
I can't help it.
Oh,
Is Jack not here because he's out with some sailors?
Actually, I guess that gives me the perfect opportunity to go ahead and catch us up on some of the comments. Jack is here, but he's only here to talk to Samuel Knight, and Samuel Knight is only here to talk to Jack.
Well, that's going to be a very boring conversation.
Right. Well, that's what happens when you get 2 twinks. And we got Sean. Yes, Sean chiming in. What's up, brothers? Hey, Sean, how's it going, buddy? We appreciate you coming in as always, man. We got David. Hey, David, how's it going? Sorry.
And I was going to bring that up.
Yeah, you were
our favorite show.
Family Matters. Oh yes,
Uncle Aunt what you call it?
We have a weird obsession with Family Matters. That's to say the least. It's probably very unusual,
And unhealthy. Very
right,
unhealthy.
David? And if you call now, we'll send you free blah 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 blah. Yay, we will. You'll get 2 free gifts as well
You get
as
underwear.
20% off. I know. I'm wearing them right now. They're really comfortable.
Let's see.
It's in the commercial. I'm not standing up right now. We got a shot driving in. Haha, awesome. Obviously going towards the commercial there. And here's Jack. Is it me or do we need an episode of Chuck without his shirt on? I am not surprised you
No.
said that. You know,
Sailor.
talk
That's
about
all I'm gonna
supporting my
say.
tweet comment.
You know, I gotta say, I was really proud of myself for what I did for this commercial because I don't ever have my shirt off. Okay, ever.
You were really brave.
I was really brave. Okay,
We had to go back
It was-
and forth with that thing to get everything just right. It was ridiculous.
I know.
Yeah.
While I
that's
was
okay.
at work and I'm supposed to be listening to my trainer about RPO codes and how to sell people Corvettes that are $100,000, and I'm like, I'm over here on my phone, like, no, let's edit this or
balls,
that.
balls.
Like this.
Just talk
Yeah.
about balls.
It was a giant ball conversation. It was fun.
I love it. I do. We also got Alyssa joining in. Hey, how's it going, Alyssa? And she says, "Shots fired."
Oh yeah, no,
I'm not sure what that goes towards.
probably
Probably
the
me
whole
saying
Sailor
something about
thing,
him.
Yeah,
Yeah, either a sailor or the tween comments. Awesome. I am sporting my Manscaped gear here.
Oh, not
Awesome.
all of us are sponsored by Manscaped, sir.
Right. And we got Chuck.
I'm sporting my Fulci Lives because I think it's tomorrow is the anniversary of when The Beyond was released. Just to throw that out there.
It's probably one of the better Fulci movies out there. And you should probably use that mute button when you have to burp.
Oh no, that was my
That
reaction.
wasn't
That
me
was
last time.
Chuck. I love you, but that was my reaction to Fulci movies.
Oh God.
Oh,
Not a fan.
No.
It's okay. They're not for everybody. They're not for everybody. I'm a big fan though.
No,
I like
And
it.
you love what you love, and you love it with passion, sir.
I do, and I love you, Ron. So let's move on.
There's a lot of passion there, guys. So much
make out.
passion. So, anyways, Ron, you picked our movie for tonight, Trancers.
I
Now,
did.
Can you at least tell us why you decided to pick Trancers?
Because this very well might be in my top 10 films of all time, and it's not like a list of top 10 films that are the best ever, the most enjoyable. Because I think I watched that movie. I think I went into like the cinema immersion tank, and I watched that movie once a day for about a week and a half.
Really?
Yeah. And I have spent multiple hours and days watching the entire series. I make it halfway through 6, and I have to give up.
How many are there?
The first 3 have to do with normal-ish time travel, and then in part 4, he's supposed to go do something else time travel-y, but they stop doing the whole up and down the line thing, and they have like a device, and something happens to it, and he ends up in a completely different dimension, and it's all medieval fantasy stuff. Yeah.
God.
So, and that takes 2
Okay.
movies. It's almost like a TV movie, and then 6, they do the whole up and down the line thing again, and he goes into the body of his daughter, who I think is the little girl you see in Helen Hunt's apartment in part 3.
Oh man.
I don't know anything about these films though.
Yeah, you know a lot more about these than me.
don't
This is something that like I vaguely remember parts of growing up, but like definitely watching it was like my first time really going through it. And I did watch it a couple of times to prepare for this. I did watch the original version, of course. I definitely also preferred the Elvira version.
That's the part. That's the one I watched.
Right?
That one was
But,
great.
like,
I
we
like
need to
that.
spruce this turd up. The best way to spruce up a turd is with some Elvira. So
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yeah. That's how I
and for
feel
those
about
who
it.
want to check it out, you know, this movie is free on Tubi, as well as if you have Amazon Prime, you can watch it on the 13 Nights of Elvira, which is probably some of our favorites. You know, we're not going to say all of our favorites, but
There are a lot of full moon features on that list.
oh, there really is, and I'm really, really happy for it, to be honest.
Demonic Toys.
Oh, did you ever get a chance to watch the Demonic Toys versus Puppet Masters movies?
No.
There's
I
2
did.
of them. I have them both. Yeah, you want to talk about watching some worthless movies? I've been there.
Yeah, they're not that great.
I didn't know we were here to talk about Jack Hunter's movies.
No.
Oh!
That's harsh. That's harsh. We got in fact,
You
Jack's
leave it
chiming
open
in.
for me.
He says, "Chuck, is that cigarette?" No, I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure that
a
was just a
cigarette.
cigarette. Jack, who's faulty?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh,
my
God.
God.
And then he also says, "Was Trancers created by Zack Snyder?"
No,
No,
because
this
it's
is
good.
what you call a good. Yeah, this is a good movie. And we got David. The plot of Trancer kind of reminds me of that movie Time Cop. Yeah, yeah, 100%.
Wow, yeah.
But if you take Time Cop and you add like 50s cop noir.
Right, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely has that 50s vibe, that's for sure. So I guess anyways, we should probably go ahead and get into this movie a little bit, huh, Ron?
A little bit. There's
This-
a whole there's a whole hour and 16 minutes to get through, including the credits.
Right. There's really this movie's pretty fast paced, so like going through it and everything is kind of simple, to be honest with you. But anyways, I guess I'll start off with this was directed by Charles Band, my bad. And this is I believe this is Chuck's favorite director, correct?
Not my favorite, but I like some of his stuff. Yeah.
He's not wearing a Band Live shirt.
No, he should though.
Right,
He's done some good ones though. He did the Gingerweed Man.
Gingerbread Man.
He's-
Gingerdead Man.
He did the Littlest Rake. He was the executive producer on that. That's pretty
That was
good.
a good one.
That was
I like
actually pretty decent, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I like
Oh
that one.
God, he did the Barbie and Kendra movies. Those were fucking horrible, though. Oh man, he did the Evil Bong ones too.
Did he do Doll Man?
I love the Evil Bong movies. I love them.
Doll Man. He did quite a few of the Puppet Masters. He went under the name Robert Talbot for a lot of it, though, to be honest with you. I'm not seeing. Yeah, he did Doll Man versus Demonic Toys. Yes, he did.
Yeah, Doll Man is basically Tim Thomerson, who plays Jack Death, basically reprising his role, but he's somebody completely different, even though he's playing Jack Death. Yeah, because after this movie, Tim Thomerson was a stand-up comic in the 70s. And he's one of those people, you look at him, if you see him, you know who he is, but you don't know anything he's been in. He was in Cherry 2000. He was the heavy in that movie. And that's a movie I've actually been fighting to try and get to remake. Cherry 2000.
I just remember him from Who's Harry Crumb.
Yeah, but it's all small parts. It's nothing huge, you know?
Right.
And when he started doing the Trancers movies, he kind of like that became his thing. You know, you'll see him at conventions now, and it won't be for, Who's Harry Crumb. It'll be for Trancers and Doll Man and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's yeah, I can see why. A lot of the stuff on here really isn't the greatest stuff, to be honest with you. That's for sure. He did like all of the Evil Bong movies. He did quite a few of the Puppet Masters, though. I can honestly say that.
Are you talking about Charles Band or Tim Thomerson?
We're talking about Band still.
Okay. I was talking about Thomerson.
Yeah, I was like, we're actually Evil Bong.
No. Tim Thomerson's actually done quite a bit of shit too, though.
Yeah, but it's all been real small bits, except for the Trancer movies, where he was like the lead.
Yeah, that's true. But he has over 200 credits still, regardless.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not taking anything away from him, but
right. And I'm not 100% sure, but I think he was like almost like a regular on the Letterman show, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah, I think he was.
Because he did
in the
quite
early
a few.
days. He was, yeah.
Well, I don't know if it was the early days. It was like 2009, 2010. I'm not sure. Letterman was on way before then, wasn't he?
He started in 81, 82.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So yeah, definitely. But yeah, you're definitely right on that. But no, he was in Evil Bong too. Yeah, he was in a lot of those same ones. Hey, I guess him and Band must have worked together on a lot of shit.
Oh, at least 5 Trancer movies, a couple of Doll Man versus Demonic Toys.
Yeah,
I mean like a lot of shit, dude. Like that's insane. It's like they exclusively work together. I love it. Too bad Helen Hunt didn't do the same thing. Otherwise, a lot more of those movies would have been popular.
Now. That's the thing is, a lot of the times, like with Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation, a lot of the popularity that movie got was because Matthew McConaughey and Renee Zellweger, whatever the fuck you say her name, were
Zellweger.
Whatever. Well, Bridget Jones's Diary, and that's what I call her. Well, actually, Bridget Jones ate her diary. But anyway, it's the film gained traction because of their stars rising, and you would think that Helen Hunt, because she had that time in the '90s where she was just fucking huge. I think when Part 3 came out, that was around the time Mad About You was picking up. They were getting ready to make Twister. Yeah, they're making Twister. So I mean, it's yeah.
Yeah, she has quite a few really big ones in the '90s. That's for sure.
As good as it gets, was a favorite of mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't really know if she has any movies I would say were like a favorite of mine, or even something that I like super enjoyed, to be 100% honest with you.
Trancers.
I guess Trancers is probably one of her better things. I take that back. She did an appearance in The Hitchhiker. Yeah, I like that. So,
have you seen The Hitcher?
Huh?
Have you seen The Hitcher?
Yeah, I've seen The Hitcher
with Rutger Hauer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, actually, we're gonna actually have to talk a little bit after the show because there's a little thing that's kind of similar about the other show and the intro for that, which I thought you probably never noticed until I go ahead and tell you later. But anyways, other than Helen Hunt, we kind of we don't really have too many huge stars in this. We got
Art LaFleur is somebody that if you see him, you know who he is, but you don't know if you see his name, you're like, huh?
Yeah. He plays the what's his name? McNeely, is that who it was?
McNulty.
Yeah, McNulty. There we go. Yeah, he's in pretty much everything.
Yeah, he's got he's walking down the street. Oh, here he is.
Right. Yeah. He's probably best known for his, the appearance he did with the Sandlot.
Yes, he played Babe Ruth.
Yeah, exactly. At least my age, that's probably what I think we're going to be best known him for. But we also have Thelma Hopkins in this too. She's what we said earlier, Family Matters. Of course, though, you can't forget she was in The Love Guru. You didn't like that one, Ron? I know you're into those comedies.
Not that, no. Mike Myers comedy after Austin Powers 12, I kind of gave up on.
Really?
Yeah, he was really good in Inglourious Bastards, though.
Huh.
Remember him in the General?
Yeah.
Talking to Michael Huge Cock Fassbender?
Thanks. Yeah. Huge Cock Fassbender. I'm pretty sure that's his name.
I'll get you his number later, Jack.
Yes. I know Jack's going to be excited. Oh, God. Jack's actually talking quite a bit here.
Oh,
he says, "What's Puppet Master?" I really hope he's joking. David,
I'm listening. He is.
Yes, William Hickey. The Switch is probably one of the greatest episodes of Tales from the Crypt, and William Hickey in that. I don't know. That's one of those roles that always surprises me because there's that scene where he's opening all the curtains in that episode of Tales from the Crypt, and he's jumping around and stuff, and it's weird to see such an old, frail man being so lively and athletic. It really is. We got wow, here Jack says that he got the asshole award today. I'm not 100% sure how that.
Sorry, I got my second Fauci ouchie today, and my arm's hurting a little bit. Because I live in an area of the world where people are smart and not
mine. That's for sure. We got David chiming in also. Speaking of Mad About You, this year we lost George Segal, who played Helen Hunt's character's father, but he was probably known for playing her role as Pops on the series Goldbergs. I always get that guy confused with a bunch of other people. I really do.
Like Jerry, not Stiller.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Trancers. So,
yes, let's do it in an hour and 16 minutes.
Oh my God, we're gonna do it way faster than that. This movie fucking flies, really, when you're sitting down, really watching it. But it opens up in the future, which really is just a rundown city with really kind of cheap Back to the Future looking cars. I'm pretty sure this came out before Back to the Future, right? What year did Back to the Future come out?
I want to say 85. Let me look.
Because if it's 85, then it wasn't. They could have been filming around the same time, actually.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But either way, these cars kind of have a Back to the Future kind of look the way they're set up, and it's kind of just really cheesy the way it is because it's like
Trancers came out in 84, Back to the Future 85.
Yeah, there you go. But it's kind of cheesy the way it is. It's like it's so far in the future that it almost goes like kind of backwards because it's like it seems like it's futuristic but still kind of 50s like, and we get like our Dick Tracy styled like hero. What's his name? Jack Death.
Spelled
Ron,
DETH.
yes, Ron's favorite character in this, obviously.
Oh, dude, when I was a little kid, I saw that movie for the first time and I was like 9.
Really?
And I went to get my hair cut, and I told the person cutting my hair I wanted the Jack Death, and they looked at me like I had turds hanging out of my fucking mouth, and they had no idea. My grandmother had to say, "You got to just slick it back." Okay.
You just gotta slick it back.
I had access to so many films. I had access to so many films back then because my grandparents, every time there was a big like release on HBO that they would do on Saturday nights, they would tape them. They had drawers full of VHS tapes that had like 4 or 5 movies on VHS that they taped from HBO, and I would just sit there and watch them. I wore out the tape with the 3 Indiana Jones movies on it because there's only 3 Indiana Jones movies.
I'm not going to argue that. Like, yeah, you're in the right crowd for saying that. That's for sure.
Good.
like I heard about this other one, but
wasn't that a fan film?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Indiana Jones is a trilogy. But anyways, we soon find out that our main hero here, Jack Death, is hunting down these Trancers who are pretty much like zombies or like mind slaves of oh my god, what the fuck is his name? Yes, Whistler. And we don't really get to know too much about Whistler, which is kind of a shitty thing because I was really hoping to get a lot more story on him. Like,
I think by not knowing anything, it makes him a little bit more mysterious and more interesting.
Yeah, but I think him and the draw that brings would be a better movie than what I got.
That's fair.
Like maybe that's just me, but we'll talk about that later.
Well, when Charles Band calls me and asks me to remake Trancers, and instead of getting Tim Thomerson to play Jack Death, I'll get Christopher Maloney.
What you're gonna say is, all right, instead of doing Trancers, let's do the prequel, Whistler, and it's just the origin story. Like Wolverine origins to Whistler origins.
It was full of such great lines though. Like when he's sitting there in bed watching TV after he comes back into the body after his ancestor had sex with Helen Hunt, he keeps missing the chance to have sex with Helen Hunt because he ends up going back up the line, and he's like, oh, and he's like going through the TV. He's like, come on, Peter Gunn, because he just found out what Peter Gunn is. He's going through. He's like, and then everybody's favorite, Whistler's mother, and he says, I didn't even know Whistler had a mother. And it's like, okay, but the best line in the entire series is in part 2. McNulty comes back to talk to Jack, and he's in a 16-year-old's body now. The little girl from the first movie.
Right.
They use the same actress. She's grown up more now. And there's a food delivery for Hap, the baseball player. And everything's fine. But then McNulty pulls out this ham. And he's like, is there something wrong with this ham? And it's ticking. And so Jack takes it and he throws it out the window and it explodes. And he says to McNulty, he says, the next time somebody hands you an exploding ham, I'm going to pass the mustard. I'm like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It's really fucking dumb, but I love it so much.
That's something you'd see in fucking Looney Tunes.
Yeah. This is essentially sci-fi film noir Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
The long second watch.
Oh,
I mean, come on.
Well, that was actually one of the cooler parts. But before we get to that, we need to finish our walkthrough of this movie real quick. Yeah, I know. Talking about it afterwards is going to be a lot more fun than actually talking about the movie itself. So, anyways, we soon find out that, like I said, the Whistler is not dead. And he is kind of hunting, the council's members' ancestors.
Right.
And he's doing that in 1985 Los Angeles. So to help stop this, who is it? Ash and who's the other guy's name? The other counselor that's left, because they go after the one that's
it was
dead
Hap
already.
Ashby is the woman's ancestor, and then there's the douchebag in the tanning salon as the other one.
Yeah, I know those are the ancestors. I was talking about the actual 2 people themselves. The council.
Oh no, Ash. I want to say he was the first one to go. Like he just vanished. But here's where things get weird for me. I just thought about this recently when I was taking a shit. If he goes back and takes out your ancestors, How does anybody know you even existed?
I
mean, it's a fair question.
It is. We're gonna have to talk about that later. If anybody knows a scientist, please have them call our hotline number and describe that one to
text
us.
Charles Band and be like, Chucky, what's going on, brother?
You don't know how to text them. So, anyways, he goes back in time.
I'd probably get a better. Never mind. Go on.
All right. Well, he ends up going back in time and pretty much trying to find these ancestors to save and protect them so that the council members are still around. Unfortunately, Whistler gets to the first guy who is like a tanning douchebag guy who ends up locking Mr. Death in a tanning room. Trooper Death. My bad. Which, by the way, that was the first time I've actually seen the inside of a tanning room. I've never seen that before. I thought that was interesting.
Obviously.
Right. And like I've never been to a tanning studio, so if I'm wrong on this, but do tanning studios just keep surfboards?
It was California.
Well,
yeah.
My bad. I forgot. Every place in California has a surfboard.
They do.
All right. I guess that makes sense then. So, anyways, after that, he ends up turning into like a Trancer, and like the special effects are okay. They're like a mix between a zombie and like an infected style look, I guess, if you will. But after they die, it's pretty cool because you get like this burned mark through, and it's kind of cheesy 80s effects, but it's still kind of cool even for the time period. I actually enjoyed that part of it a lot. But after that, he ends up having to go back in time again, and they pretty much like have like a small little argument over what him and what the fuck's his name, Mick. I'm never gonna McNulty. Yeah, or they're kind of talking about who's gonna be the best man for the job for protecting the last council member. And she ends up letting him go back and, do everything because, he's talking about all these leads that he has. And this is when he's going to, obviously go find the baseball player who, real interesting, like going from being a baseball player to like a homeless bum on the streets is a very weird kind of story. But
football players end up killing their families and themselves. So
I guess I'm. I don't know. I don't pay that much attention.
Take it down a notch there, Ron.
Yeah, make it all depressing and shit.
This is me on high.
This is me high.
Anyways, there's obviously a tuffle with the cops.
Chuck's trancing out.
Chuck might be a trancer. I need a laser. Pew pew pew. I got really good laser sounds. They asked me to do sound effects for Hollywood. I turned them down. Said no. I'm strictly podcasting. So, yeah.
Priorities. Foley artist for the stars or podcaster on Facebook.
Right. So, anyways, while trying to protect him, like we get like one of the time stops where this is like one of the cheesiest parts of the movie where Helen Hunt's character Lena ends up getting pushed off of the roof. So he uses that 1 second or 10-second watch thing where, it turns 1 second into 10 seconds for him. But somehow in 10 seconds, he's able to go all the way down with the cheesiest like way ever, where it's like he has his belt and he uses it on a power line, which only go horizontal, not down. And the way you see him drop down, it's like he just jumped off of a box or something. It was really not well done, to say the least, right there. Like, is what it is, though. It could have been worse, that's for sure. But after that, he ends up pretty much getting to Whistler and able to inject him, like right here, which is that was weird. But and send him back.
But the problem is there was no body for him to go back to, so he's
right. Well, there has to be something that we see in one of those 6 sequels.
No, Whistler's brother shows up in part 2, but that's it.
Really, no more Whistler. Usually, they always try to figure out a way to bring him back. Like, how many times
they did with Shredder?
Yeah.
Right, that's for sure. But anyways, that pretty much wraps up like the entire movie. Like, it's pretty fast paced. Like, there's a little bit of action scenes here and there, but the majority of it's just him running and trying to get these people. Like, it's pretty cut and dry, and it literally like ends right away too. It's It's really weird the way it's done, to be honest. But I guess we'll go ahead and talk about that once we come back from our break. Anyways, we'll be back in about a minute or two.
Support for Tales from the Podcast and 2G1C is brought to you by Manscaped, who's the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. They obsess over their technology developments to provide you the best tools for your grooming experience. Manscaped is trusted by over 2 million men worldwide. We have an exclusive offer for our listeners, 20% off, free shipping with the code TFTP20 at manscaped.com. Manscaped has hooked up these fine gentlemen with a bunch of tools and formulations from their Perfect Package 3.0 kit. This is Chuck. He got a razor caught in his balls while he was trying to shave, but that's never going to happen again because Manscaped has created the best ball hair trimmer ever, the Lawnmower 3.0. It features a cutting-edge ceramic blade, an LED light for a more precise shave, and is waterproof to make sure your shower shave is clean and easy thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. And don't use the same trimmer you use on your face as your balls. It's just nasty. The Lawnmower 3.0 comes inside the brand new Perfect Package 3.0, which comes with everything you need to keep trim, cut free, and smelling nice down there. I'm looking at you, Jack, because the Manscaped Perfect Package 3.0 also includes a crop preserver, which is a deodorant and moisturizer for your balls. Put it on your balls. Why are you not putting deodorant on the smallest part of your body? And yes, Jack, your balls stink. That's why you don't have any dates. But now, with the crop preserver and the crop reviver, you can get those dates, sailors, so get on out there. And also, Manscaped threw in 2 free gifts into their perfect package. A pair of high-performance Manscaped boxer briefs, aren't they sexy, that'll keep your junk feeling fresh all day, and a travel shed bag to store all your grooming goodies. Trim that junk of yours and trim 20% off and free shipping with the code TFTP20 at manscaped.com. Your balls will thank you. We save balls.
And welcome back to Two Guys, One Crypt. So, Ron, I want to go ahead and first off, thank you very much for coming on, man. We always appreciate having you on. It's
always fun having Ron on.
Yeah, and we appreciate the change in movie. Some of us may or may not like it, but it's a little bit different what we normally would do. But anytime there's a change like that, at least I appreciate it. It's something different. But we'll get to that in a minute anyways. So let's go ahead and catch us up on some of these comments. So
I can only imagine.
Oh, no, it's not that bad. So we got Josh Fighter chiming in over on Twitch. Hello, all. Hey, Josh. How's it going, buddy? Hopefully you'll be staying up later tonight. We're trying to maybe do some Dead by Daylight. So
yes.
Let's just go ahead and throw that out there. Let's go ahead and keep going with this. We got... oh man, quite a few.
But you'll have to add me again real quick on Dead by Daylight. You'll have to add me again. My kid deleted my game.
Oh, we're playing. We're not playing on mobile.
Yeah, we would play it on PC and consoles.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck you.
What's this console? What's this console you speak of?
Right. Well, somebody just got a computer. Blah blah blah. But anyways. We got Sinister Syndrome 86 chiming in. Hey guys, how you doing? Hey man, how's it going? We're doing well, I think.
I'm doing good.
Good. Let's see. Me too, says David. I'm assuming that's Jack's comment of I love the Goldbergs. By the way, the Goonies and Back to the Future took place on the exact same day and movie times. I don't know which part, because Back to the Future takes place in 2 different times. So that's confusing. Let's go ahead and see. We got David chiming in. I love movies that take place in the future. They are so cool. Movies like Blade Runner, Escape from New York, or even Total Recall. Total Recall holds a special place in my pants. I will honestly say that.
That's what happens when you see a woman with 3 tits.
Right, exactly. Let's see. We got Jack chiming in. Back to the Future original had Eric Stoltz as Marty McFly, but due to the serious tone of how he played the character, he was recast to who we know now as the amazing actor Michael J. Fox.
Right, but before that, Michael J. Fox was in a movie that was on Joe Bob's Last Drive-In last week called Class of 1984.
Ooh, my favorite Michael J. Fox movie is still The Frighteners.
Yes.
Great movie.
Love it. Yeah,
right. Right, exactly. And Jack, oh man, he's pulling a David today. Michael J. Fox also directed an episode of Tales from the Crypt and portrayed a lawyer in in season 3. Also, fun fact, one of Jack's first episodes on Tales from the Podcast. Very true. Listen, says sounds interesting. Time travel. And I mean, usually if you alter the past, it alters the future, unless it's alternate realities, maybe. I'm assuming that's talking about what you said earlier, Ron. when we were
Right.
talking about the
Well,
time
I mean,
travel there.
Doc Brown explains the whole thing in part 2, how if here's your point in time, if you go back here and you change something that happens before this point, it's going to tangent off into something else and change everything.
Right, which makes
Butterfly
perfect
effect.
sense. It does make perfect sense, though. That's for sure. Let's see here. We got Jack. The Whistler was a fun gadget in the 30s. All right. Let's see. We got. Oh, we lost Chuck. That's what happens when he's on a phone. But we're gonna have to fix that eventually one of these days. Let's go ahead and keep going through here. Jack says he's gonna announce what kind of baby he's gonna be having. Oh god, little jabs at Ron there.
Am I supposed to be offended?
I don't know. It will be a crypt keeper. If it is, like, are the parents going to be just like in Lower Birth, where there's Enoch and the mummy? Like and let's see, Josh. Yeah, I took a nap. All right, awesome. We're gonna go ahead and see you later, then, man. Let's see. It was called Class of 1984. There we go. So I'm catching up, obviously, to now. Let's see. He's talking about the Total Recall remake sucked donkey dick. I didn't even get through it, to be honest with you. I didn't.
I never even bothered with that one.
Yeah, I didn't even start it.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Hey, just for the record, I've got some bad weather here in my area, so my internet's gonna be really stupid. So,
well,
tell him to stop being stupid.
Yeah, unfortunately, shit happens, so we just do the best.
Bald man yells at cloud.
That's for sure. Hey, whatever. It could be worse. That's for sure. So, anyways,
it could be worse. You could be Jack Hunter.
Ooh,
it's true.
Yeah. But then you're gonna have to spend like half your paycheck on guy liner.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, let's talk a little bit about this movie and what we thought about it, and give it a rating between 1 and 10. Now, Ron, you're such a regular on this show that I do not feel obligated in the least bit to give you the beginning part. So I'm going to go ahead and start with Chuck over here, because I'm really curious on what this motherfucker thought about the movie.
So am I.
You know, especially considering Chuck's not really one who's into sci-fi. So this is going to be interesting. So, Chuck, go ahead, man. Tell us what you thought about it and give it a rating.
Well, first, no, I'm not a huge fan of science fiction stuff. I'm very picky about it. Of course, we mentioned Total Recall, and I like the alien movies and stuff like that. Like, I'm picky about things, whatever.
He likes his Isaac Asimov.
But I what?
Nothing. It's a sci-fi writer.
Okay, see. But I went into watching this knowing it was going to be a science fiction related film. There was parts of it I liked when it came down to the way the Trancers were and stuff. That was kind of cool. It was kind of funny and had some funny moments to it. I like Helen Hunt, so that was kind of cool. I don't know. I didn't hate it. I just kind of felt like it was what you'd expect of that kind of movie that would come out in that time period. And it was all right, I reckon. Like, I didn't hate it, but I've seen it much worse. I'd watch it again because it is kind of ridiculous. But the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just like, hey, that's the guy from Who's Harry Crumb? It's so ridiculous.
Right.
But for those that don't know, it's a John Candy film. A very underrated one in my opinion. But anyway, no, I it's hard for me to really have much opinion on it because I never saw it until last night. And to be perfectly honest, there's parts of it I don't remember. So, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
Okay.
That's
what would you rate it at least?
I'll be nice. I'll give it a 6. Right.
That's really, I don't know. That's very average. That's pretty much what IMDb has it at anyway. So, Ron Purtee.
It's entertaining, but just not my flavor, and just whatever.
Right. It's hard to taste it. So, Ron,
That's
what
what
did you
Jack
think?
says whenever he's down at the docks.
Oh, God.
I was waiting for a joke there. That was great.
Oh, my
Go
turn.
ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that,
Oh, my
it's what other film are you going to see a guy who's trying super hard to be Humphrey Bogart in the Maltese Falcon kill Santa Claus in a mall?
Yeah, I give it that.
All right. This movie has a lot of nostalgic feelings for me. I watched it when I was little. I never stopped watching it. It's one of those films that I've kept watching over and over again. It might be one of the most enjoyable films I know, for me at least. What do I give it? I give it an 8.
An 8. Wow,
An 8.
that's pretty high. like really an 8. Like you're gonna you putting this on a list with all the movies in the world, and you're gonna give this an 8.
Yep. I am not giving it a 10 because, like you mentioned, there's no real backstory for Whistler, and the movie does kind of go by really quick. I wanted a little bit more. But, yeah, other than that.
Oh, man.
And if nothing but to see a future 50s detective dancing in a punk club on Christmas Eve.
To Jingle Bells, the punk version.
Yes.
It's so cheesy. All right. Well, that's your opinion. You're allowed to have that. So
I'm sure there are people out there who think it's a 10.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
I would like to see this is one of those movies I wouldn't mind seeing a remake of. Like if somebody like really cool got their hands on it and like it could be something.
Okay, all right, cool. Fine. I'll do it. Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Like I'm trying to think, like, how could there like be a decent remake of that? Like, who could do Jack Death?
Christopher Maloney.
Keanu Reeves.
Really? I don't know.
I think Reeves might be a little too stoic for it. Jack
I think
was
Maloney actually would be perfect with that. Honestly.
Christopher Maloney would be perfect. He's like the modern day Tim Thomerson.
I don't know. I
just watch Wet Hot American Summer.
No. Yeah. Like I can't think of anybody I think that would actually do a good job at doing Jack Death on that.
That's the thing though, is if he wasn't in the movie, it wouldn't Tim Thomerson, it wouldn't have been as good. No,
you're 100% right there. That's for sure. So anyways, let me go ahead and I guess give my rating on this one. So I guess overall I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7. Like it was good. I'd actually go through and check out the rest of the series. I think
stop after 3.
What?
Unless you're into the fantasy shit.
Yeah, well, I am in the fantasy shit, but that's a whole different story. But like it was just a very rushed movie. I feel like there was a potential for it to be a lot better than what it was. But maybe there was budget restrictions on it. Like I really don't know. But
a lot of matte paintings in this thing.
Yeah, I really think it could have just been better. Like, maybe nowadays with a better budget, they could actually do something to make it look more futuristic than what they did. It looks like what they did for their futuristic scenes was just went to like a really shitty side of like LA and just put weird hoses everywhere. It's like, this is the future. But it was worse than looking at RoboCop's 2006 being the future. Like, you know what I mean? Like it was a pretty bad future to say the least. Yeah. But I thought the special effects that they used for the makeup and everything was pretty decent in it. That's for sure. But I still wouldn't say it's a horrible movie, and it's something I would still recommend to people. But I'd say probably maybe a 6.5, 7 in there somewhere. Like, but that's me anyway. So
hey, anything above a 5 is above average.
That is true. So
I've been told that.
You've been told that, right? Sucks being below average.
That's what they tell Jack about his gag reflex.
Oh,
above average.
What? Oh, well, I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not. So, anyways, let's get to one of my.
It is if you have a big load in your mouth. Anyway.
Oh,
so when Ron's on here, we don't have to say anything about Jack. See, it's Ron. We love it. Thank you.
We all like to tease Jack. I can't wait for all the hate messages I'm going to get from Jack later. So anyways.
You'll be too busy playing Dead by Daylight.
Maybe. So I'm going to go ahead and do one of my favorite parts of the show, where we go and randomly check out some of the user reviews of this.
I forgot all about this.
I love to hear what other people think about this.
Yes.
So here we go. I'm going to start off with this one. This was done in 2006 by DJ Animore. Says, I'm actually a big B movie fan, but this movie was just awful and not good in any way. Whoever the guy who played Jack Death is has to be one of the worst actors ever.
How did he spell death?
DETH.
Okay.
His serious lines were laughable. Even Helen Hunt's lines were bad. Although I think terrible dialogue writing could be blamed for most of it. And did anybody else find it kind of creepy that Helen Hunt falls for a guy who looks old enough to be her grandfather? That's kind of true.
Yeah, but in the future, he has black hair and he looks a lot younger, grizzled but younger.
Right. He ends it with, I am surprised Helen Hunt got more roles after this Boar Fest. She's a great actress, and this dud could have destroyed her career before it even got started. Yeah.
What was her name again?
What hit this person's name?
Mm-hmm.
DJ Animore. Oh man. So anyways, on some of these comments, this is going to be interesting because to say the least, Ron, next week it's on, fucker.
You know what? Next week I'm actually going to watch Joe Bob. I'm actually going to watch him. So I've missed him every time he's on. No, I'm missing Bride of the Reanimator right now.
Well, to be fair, Bride of the Reanimator is the first Joe Bob movie in quite a long time that's actually been decent.
Yeah, I didn't watch Audition. There you go.
Well, I like Audition, but I understand why you didn't watch it. So anyways, let's go ahead and do another one of these reviews.
Oh no.
So, I'm only going to do one more. So this one right here is it says it's the Velveeta of B movies.
That sounds promising.
I like that. It was done by I don't know. It's done by D. Franzen 70. This low budget sci-fi is somewhat derivative, but it's kind of a takeoff on Blade Runner type movies rather than a ripoff of them. Jack Death is a detective in the future who's sent back to 1985 to stop a madman who decided to kill the ancestors of the city council of Death's time. With the help of Lena, a young Helen Hunt, Death fights Trancers who have fallen under the control of the madman and his own culture shock. In this short movie, 76 minutes, and things move pretty quickly. The plot isn't so much of a focus as a annoying gnat that appears from time to time, but for being so short, the characters are pretty well developed. And one huge bonus is that Death isn't and no-necked first shoot idiot as renegade cops are often portrayed. I'm gonna have to say that's a pretty fair review. Like, if any of the reviews I've ever read, that was probably one of the most accurate ones. It was not far off, But anyways, that pretty much wraps it up for Trancers, man. And Ron, dude, thanks for picking something different. It was definitely interesting.
No problem.
Yeah,
it really was. So anyways, Ron, why don't you tell everybody what's going on new with you?
Oof, what's new with me? I have a comic book out. It's a 6-page like mini thing. There it is. It's called The Takeout. It's about a noir detective who just happens to be a grilled cheese sandwich. His name is Detective Sandwich. His lawyer's name is Dylan Pickle. And the femme fatale of the piece is another sandwich. She's a bologna sandwich, and her name is Full of Bologna. So yeah, it's like a traditional noir story, but told through the way of a grilled cheese sandwich. It's kind of like I was thinking about this, and it's kind of like Scud the Disposable Assassin in a way.
I'm not too familiar with that one.
Rob Schraub, he's from Milwaukee. And then tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern over at twitch.tv/Real Ron Purtee, it is my birthday stream because tomorrow is my birthday. I'm sorry, for you guys, it's only in 10 minutes. For me, it's an hour and 10 minutes. But it is as Ricky from Trailer Park Boys would say, it is my born day. So I'm having a big stream over there. We're gonna probably play some Dead by Daylight, maybe some Among Us. because I can stream from a PC now as opposed to a Mac. Yeah, so it was a very weird day. I had a bunch of weird people. What was that? I had a bunch of people at work who were just asking for the status of their Corvette. Like it was built, and the prices on these fucking things, they're the price of my house. They're ridiculous. You know what I mean?
I know what they cost.
The Stingray, oh my God, it's ridiculous. Anyway, and then at the last half of it, I'm just like sitting there listening to shit that I already know. And then I left an hour early. I got to get off because of my Fauci ouchie. And after that, I just came home and I've been fucking with the computer ever since, and ate some McDonald's and laid down for 5 minutes, and here we are. So tomorrow is the big day.
What a fucking day you've had, man. What a day.
Yes, what a day indeed. And tomorrow I plan on maybe ordering some breakfast and napping.
I 100% don't blame you.
I'll take some aspirin and take a nap so I'm ready for tomorrow night. Because I hear if you take aspirin after you get your second shot, it lowers the chance of what do you call it? And I've heard it from a few people that they took aspirin after their second shot and they didn't feel really anything.
I didn't take anything, and I felt a little off for 2 days. Chills and the fever and that kind of stuff. But I tend to react to things almost every time there's a side effect. So,
and I did the same thing that I did last time I went. I asked the hot, sexy nurse that was giving me the shot. I says, "Wouldn't this go better in my butt cheek? I mean, so it would try. So I can pull here." And I went to stand up, and she's like, "No, in the arm."
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Right. Doug gets really mad when you always ask him that.
Well, he keeps
Doug.
asking for Jake's phone number, and I'm like, look. You give me a little prick, and he'll give you a little prick.
Oh God, that's horrible. Oh man. But anyways, man, thank you so much for coming on, dude.
No problem.
Everyone should really go and check out Ron's stream. He actually does a pretty good job with a lot of the stuff he does, and sometimes I'm even on there playing games, so you can check out how shitty or good I am at Dead by Daylight. Mostly on the shitty side, tends to be, but it depends.
Maybe one day I can be on there too.
Oh, dude, definitely. It's not hard. It's not hard. You can get there. You can get there.
Just get a damn Discord.
Yeah,
that's basically it. That's all you need. You
right.
can get it on your phone.
Right. Oh, we'll have to get it all set up for you and show you how to do it and everything. But anyways, okay. Ron, we greatly appreciate you coming on. We appreciate the change of pace with the movie and everything.
I should come back on and do part 2 because holy crap. Part 2 is way different.
I don't know, man. I'm really, really hoping that I'm going to try to start influencing movies because there's a few that I really want to get into. Like I know Chuck's dying for a Fulci movie. Me, I need something really cheesy, really fast. Like super cheesy, like Leprechaun in the Hood cheesy. But
like maybe a grilled cheese sandwich that's a private detective.
Can you make a stop motion movie for it?
I've been thinking about maybe it would be a better animated film.
No, just do stop motion.
No,
use
I like
real grilled cheese.
It sounds great, actually.
One of those flip books.
Yeah,
I love it. That worked too, man. But anyways, man, thank you so much for coming on. We greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and drop you below while we go ahead and wrap this up. So I'll talk to you here in a few minutes, buddy. Bye. So, Chuck, man, that was an interesting episode, huh?
Yeah, it really was.
Not used to doing the sci-fi thing, huh?
Yeah, dude. I'm just I like I said, it was a fun little watch, whatever. Just not really like my main thing. So,
dude, what can you do? I get it, man. Unfortunately, not everything is for everybody. It wasn't horrible though, but it is what it is. Like I said, it could be
definitely seen worse.
Dude, we've seen way worse. But before we go ahead and wrap up, let's go ahead and catch up on some of the comments real quick. We got Jack. Chuck only likes science fiction if it has boobies and 3-titted women. That's
not necessarily true, but it's always a plus.
Right. Let's see. We got Sam chiming in. That does not sound like a solid 6, Chuck. Just talking about your review here. We got Jack sitting there chiming in. Me, dude. Run next week. It's on, fucker. We got Jeremy Sick. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Thank you. I hope you have a great weekend as well. We got Sean. Great show, brother. Sean. as always, you're fucking awesome. We love
Take a shot.
every time you come on, dude, for real. And Ron, I'm pretty sure this is not about. I don't know exactly what this is in context to. Do we though? I'm thinking maybe it's like, do we love us? And yes, we do. We do love us. I don't know. We got Sean chiming in. What have you seen that was worse than this?
Oh God, a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we've seen quite a bit of
Space
movies.
Truckers.
I never
Space
saw that
Truckers was
one.
worse. That was worse than this one. I say any Blumhouse movie is worse than this one.
No, shut your hole.
Wild Wild West is worse than this one.
Yeah,
Kazam with Shaq is worse than this one.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sticking to any Blumhouse movie is worse than this.
No, Blumhouse isn't that bad. They're either good or they're bad.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think Blumhouse is kind of shit, but it is what it is.
Whatever, JV.
If you ever hear those Paranoia tape movies, I heard they're pretty rough.
Well.
Right.
Oh, you're gonna get so much hate mail from Jack, I swear.
Oh, I know I'm going to. And Sean, Monster Dog, yeah. Yeah, Monster Dog was worse than this one too. It was
pretty
Monster
bad.
Dog, yeah, well, it was rough. Like the fact that they had Alice Cooper and then overdubbed his ass. Like it was really bad. But
I'd rather watch Trancers again than watch that again, honestly.
Yeah, I'd watch all 6 Trancer movies before I watch Monster Dog again. To be fair,
think we're in agreement on that. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
so, anyways, is there anything that you want to add in here before we go ahead and get out of here?
Not really at the moment. No.
Well, let me go ahead and show this off. Next week on Tales from the Podcast, we have our good friend Michael Raven Shadow joining us to talk about the episode from season 4, What's Cooking. He's also, dude, Raven Shadow is such a fun guest, dude. If you can make it for that one, he's definitely a super fucking entertaining. And also want to go ahead and thank our sponsors once again. We got House of Mysterious Secrets. If you can go ahead and check them out for us, that would be awesome. And you can find them at houseofmysterioussecrets.com and use our promo code 4130 to save 10% on all your awesome horror merch. And also thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring us, and use our code TFTP20 to save 20%, get your free gifts, free shipping. And dude, fucking make yourself have the smoothest balls you've ever fucking had. It's definitely nice, that's for sure. Oh, and you know what? There was one thing I forgot to go ahead and add in here, guys. We did get some voicemails. I should probably go ahead and play them. So here we go. I went ahead and made a small video clip for it. There's only a couple on here. And these are the voicemails left for the show.
Hey, my name is Joey Ryan, and I'm a professional wrestler. Not so professional, though, because I had to sue a bunch of women to try and make money because my big thing is having people grab my penis. And I watched your show, and I saw your Jack Hunter, and I wanted to know if he would grab my penis. Just because it wouldn't be a wrestling move. It would just be, I want him to touch it with his mouth. So if you could have him look into that for me, that would be fantastic. So, again, my name is Joey Ryan, and I have a killer mustache, and all the guys like to touch my dick, and I just want Jack to touch mine now. Thank you!
Hey, it's Alyssa. I just want to show some love to the podcast. I enjoy watching y'all. I haven't been here a while, but I look forward to when y'all go live, and all the fun and laughs that I get out of it. Y'all are doing a great job.
Hey, Jackie Poo, love your static. You should load me with your load and make me hover.
This is what happens when you set it up for people to leave voicemails. What the fuck? We love you guys all. I'm happy that, on top of just me, Chuck, going ahead and teasing Jack all the time, and not only that, our guests like Ron and many others, we all join in on it. But now we have our listeners joining in. Yeah, Barry for sure. Yeah, definitely. But thank you guys all. We greatly appreciate any of you guys calling, leaving us voicemails. Try to air as many of them as I can when we get them. We appreciate all of you. Chuck, you have anything you want to add before we go ahead and drop out?
I think it's really great that we get voicemails, and people should do it more because that shit's funny.
Right, for sure. We should probably
I
promote it.
appreciate the serious ones. I appreciate the serious ones, but the ones about Jack are, well, they crack me up.
Right. It's hard not to laugh. You know, it's one of those things where it's funny because it's true.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Right. So I guess anyways, man, I hope everybody has a great weekend. We love you all. And with that being said, the crypt is closed.